Welcome to the event of the century, the 2024 presidential selection, with your host, Rudolph Rockefeller.
How y'all doing today? Welcome to the 2024 presidential selection. I am your host, Rudolph Rockefeller. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and Dax McLovin Edelman will be asked the same three questions to find out the heart of why they should be the next 47th president of the United States of America. First up, Kamala Harris, welcome to the presidential selection. Okay, let's get to it, shall we? Kamala, what are your plans for your first day in office?
We are holistic people. In the significance of time, we are holistic. On day one, I will prioritize the LGBTQ and the newcomers because we are holistic people in the significance of time.
Interesting. What are your plans for the economy?
First of all, let's understand how we got here, okay? If you think about this country's packed with some stuff. Americans have had it way too easy for too long, so we need to hand it to all the newcomers, so we can pack the newcomers with some more stuff.
Kamala, why should the American people vote for you?
Because it's the right thing to do in the significance of time. What can be unveiled by what has been. In the significance of time, the right thing to do is vote for me.
Well, next up, we have former President Donald Trump. Welcome to the selection, Mr. Trump.
Thank you, Rudolph. I'm so honored to be here among such fantastic people. Your hair is amazing, by the way.
Well, thank you, Mr. Donald. What are your plans for the first day in office? Shall you win?
I'm so glad you asked that question. First off, I'm going to have Putin and Lisinski over to the White House for a fantastic pancake breakfast. And by the end of the very last delicious bite, we will have ended the war in Ukraine.
Very nice. Well said, Mr. T. Well, what are your plans for the economy?
Drill, baby, drill. I get goosebumps thinking about the dollar signs. Instead of being dependent on foreign powers for our goods, we're going to bring back manufacturing to the American people. For far too long, the American people have suffered under old Sleepy Joe and Camel-Face Harris.
All right, now, final question. Why should the American people vote for you?
$1 gas, 3 Big Macs, and a golf course on every block. All kidding aside, Rudy. I'm going to fatten the American people's wallets and give the commies what they want. A one-way ticket to China.
Good job, Donnie. Next up, our last and final candidate for the selection. Welcome to the selection, Mr. Edelman.
Thanks, Roodster. Nice to be here, brah.
Dex, what are your plans first day in office if the American people shall pick you?
Death sentence for abusers of children, keeping Americans out of foreign wars, closing our borders, feeding drug dealers to sharks, and using weather manipulation for our benefit, not our destruction.
Wow, that sounds very amazing. What are your plans for the economy?
Give people jobs according to their skill sets, not the superficial color of their skin, and using our own natural resources instead of stealing everyone else's for starters.
Final question. Mr. Edelman, why should the American people vote for you?
Well, I am the most handsome one here, brah. Just kidding. Seriously though, I am a nice guy with a heart of gold, and I refuse to accept bribery money from corrupt lobbyists who don't exactly have our country's best interest in mind. We have far too much work to do for our fellow countrymen and women to be getting chummy with the likes of Charles Schwab and his satanic New World Order dummies. Americans are my priority number one all day and night long, brah Roodster.
Incredible. That sounds fantastic. You got my vote, Dex.
Thanks, brah.
You're welcome, Dex. And I'm your host, Rudolph Rockefeller. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the 2024 presidential selection. Now that's it, folks. Now do the right thing for the country, for your country, the world, and the future generation. Get yourself out there and vote.
This has been the 2024 presidential selection with your host, Rudolph Rockefeller. Thanks for tuning in.